What's going on, guys? Ryan here, and today I have for you a great date idea for that special someone in your life. Now, this idea actually doesn't cost that much if you already have most of the supplies, which you probably do at home.
So guys, this is what I got for the whole fort date thing. And you might have different things that you want to get or different types. And this is the box that I made that has all the goodies in it. Now we got some movies over here like P.S. I Love You, Four Christmases, like lovey-dovey things, and we got some Hunger Games for favorite, and then we got some Kool-Aid mainly just to pop out the color, and then I was gonna make peanut pineapple, which is my favorite, and then we got some candles to make the whole room smell good. We got sweet pea, and also we have fresh lime basil, and then you're gonna need a lighter for those, or matches, but if you're not old enough, you probably shouldn't get that. And then we have some zebra cakes, sour punch straws, some gummy bears, Jolly Ranchers, some lemon heads, sweet tarts, and some chewy lemon heads, and also don't forget about the Skittles. Now also what I got was winter Oreos. These I call chocolate straws. They're really good. And then my favorite chips, hint of lime, and then her favorite chips, the hot Cheetos. And also don't forget about the popcorn. And you're gonna need a bowl for the popcorn. Now we got some pop over here. I got my favorite Coca-Cola, Pepsi, root beer, Squirt, and we also have some water, which you might need. Okay, so to start off the build, I needed to make sure my girlfriend knew that I was not making a fort, and I was just doing the usual video games and whatnot. So I had to text her, and then I moved just of my stuff that was laying around that I should have cleaned up beforehand. And then I moved the couch, and I put it that way so there's more space back over there near the fridge to crawl. And there was another way I could have done it, but I didn't really want to because it would be like a little bit more work. And then I went to go get the sheets, and I got them, and I got the lights. I started moving stuff. I plugged the lights in. I mean, obviously, that's what you're looking at. I decided to put it up over the TV and then wrap it around my bed frame at the bottom because it would just look nice, and I would use more lights because I had a few strands that I was going to use. Actually, I ran out of room on that strand. I used it all. That was not that much, but then I continued on going around. I had to make sure that there were lights all the way, that there weren't like one section where there's no lights, you know, like at the start of the cord or the strand. And I was trying to figure out where to put the lights. Should I go across? Should I go around the couch? What should I do? And I didn't really know. And then I think I was trying to find, I went to go get the tape so I could tape it to the couch, and actually I didn't even tape it to the couch. I just shoved it in that like little crack, and I taped it to the bookcase, which actually I really liked that, having that bookcase there and attaching it to the bookcase. And then I went across the bookcase, and then I don't know, I put it up over the microwave because I needed to use the microwave in case we wanted to get some popcorn. And then I ran out of room on that strand, so I got some more and I plugged it in, and then of course I didn't test to see if all these lights worked, and I was just going off of just hoping. And I kind of had like a little hard time right here because it just wouldn't not stay, so I had to tape it in multiple places. And when I was taking it down afterwards, I realized that I didn't really need to put the lights down on my dresser. I don't know why I did that. I don't know what was going on in my head. And then I went all the way around my TV underneath it, and then I taped it to the edge. And I started moving stuff inside, so when I had the ceiling kind of part, it wouldn't be so hard to get this stuff in. I would already have it in. And then I realized, oh shoot, I need the sheets. So I got my stuff out and I was like, well, I guess I don't need my sheets there. I guess I just need that blanket. I don't remember what I was doing. And then I started to get my laptop charger all set up, and so in case we need to use my laptop for anything. And then I started to take apart my bed so I can take the mattress pad off of it and the bedding and to put under there. And it was really easy, even though that mattress pad is pretty heavy. I got it over and I unfolded it, and I just made my bed, but on the ground, and a mattress pad. It was pretty easy. And then this sheet right here is a king size sheet, and it's actually really heavy, like really thick material. And I can tell you from experience that you should use a light, not like lightweight sheets, because if you're using like lights like I am, or how the distance is, lightweight sheets work the best in my opinion. And then it was kind of hard because there was no like third side that it was holding on to, so I was having kind of a hard time with that. So I taped it, and I realized now that I should have put it the other way, but I had a problem with this sheet just because of the size and the shape of where I was trying to fit it in. And then I also didn't like how it made the lights droop down more. I didn't really like that, and I didn't really like attaching it to the lights because I didn't want to depend on the lights in case something happened. And then I was trying to get myself together and figure out what to do, and I taped the couch, which actually didn't really work out that well because you can't really tape fabric to fabric with packing tape. And then basically I kind of have a hard time with all of that. I made sure that was taped, and then I just didn't like how it was, like when I was underneath it you couldn't see the TV, so I just didn't like it. So I went to go get a different sheet, and actually this is a queen, and this one's really light, and for some reason white sheets just look the best on forts. And also in the back of my TV, it's just really dusty, so I was putting more and more tape on it because I didn't want to dust it all, because I'm lazy like that. But you can see on like the bottom near the TV, you can see how it kind of goes up. I didn't really like that, so when I actually had her come over, I put another sheet over that one, so you can hide the cracks where my bed frame is, and also where the door would be, because in case if there was any more light outside of my room, I didn't want it to come in, because we're watching movies. I mean, you want a movie theater to be dark, right? And then I was trying to figure out which sheet to use on this side, and I decided to use the sheet that I was using, because I said, you know what, it's not gonna matter how big it is, it can fit. So I did it. I made it fit, and that right there was kind of hard because it was attaching to the sheet, the other sheet, and also the TV, which when you attach sheets to sheets, it doesn't really pan out. And the other sheet that's on my bed, the other blue one, that's the one I used to cover up some cracks in the door. Over there, to the back of me, there's another entrance, or just exit, I guess, just so I could put a fan there, so there's air circulating in the fort so it doesn't get hot, and if it gets cold I can turn it off. And then I had some extra pieces of tape so I didn't have to rely on cutting it, and so I can just get it done. And then I was just kind of making sure the other corner over there is working, and then I was putting more tape on some areas that I thought needed just extra reinforcement. I don't know. I took a long time in there, I guess. I probably should cut that out, but I'm not going to. And then right there I thought that needed even more, and then right there too. And then right there, I reminded myself to do that later on. And on the inside, I was just kind of making my bed, putting the pillows in the right place, and making sure that it was set up right to where when she comes in and sees the fort, that all the stuff is already set up in the right place at the right spot just for her. And then this is the actual tour of the fort, which I think you guys would like to see everything. You come in and there's the bed right there, and then you got all the snacks and the TV and my computer right there. And then you come over here to the fridge and microwave, and then the other exit or entrance.